Hello and welcome everyone to another YouTube video here on my channel. Today I have Izzet Ramp for you guys, or Prismari Ramp. If I have to say two words, I would say treasures and dragons. This feeling of dragons wanting to hoard treasures here definitely comes through. Super fun deck to play, hopefully you're gonna like it. And yeah, with no further ado, let's go to the deck tech. Okay, hello everyone, today we have Izzet Ramp. People who know me knew I always have been a fan of Izzet Ramp in general. Clearly the ramp spells we have are treasures. We have multiple ways to create those treasures, and the end goal is to have an Ugin and have a solid board to win the game. Ugin is a really powerful card. It's an 8 mana planeswalker, 7 loyalty, +2, 3 damage to any target, -X, exile each permanent with mana value X or less. That's one of more colors important, and -10, I mean, ultimate to win the game basically. It's just really powerful. But yeah, Ugin is definitely a card we want to cheat in as early as possible. And with Strixhaven we got some new cards to make this possible. We have Prismari Command, which is a 3 mana, choose 2, instant. Prismari Command deals 2 damage to any target. Player draws 2 cards, then discards 2 cards. Target player creates a treasure token or destroy target artifact. And again, here we can create a treasure token to ramp into Ugin faster. We also have Magma Opus, which is an 8 mana super spell instant. We can discard Magma Opus for 2 and create a treasure token. Here again with a ramp way to do it. And if we pay the 8 mana, Magma Opus deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. Tap 2 target permanents, create a 4/4 blue-red elemental creature token. Draw 2 cards. So really cool here. And we also play Goldspan Dragon, 5 mana, 4/4, flying haste. Whenever Goldspan attacks, we create a treasure token, and whenever it becomes a target of a spell, we create a treasure token. And Goldspan Dragon says treasure token you control have tap. Sacrifice this artifact, add 2 mana of any color. So this is really cool here. Multiple ways to ramp with treasures. We also play Irencrag Feat, 4 mana at 7 red. You can cast only 1 more spell this turn. This allows us to play Ugin turn 5 or Magma Opus turn 5 if we feel this is the correct way to do it. We also can play Goldspan Dragon 1 turn earlier. But yeah, just some some good ways to ramp here. We play 2 Ox of Agonas, main 5 mana 4/2. Mainly against rogues because it has the escape clause. And yeah, we just play our hand as much as possible. And so yeah, Ox of Agonas is a really cool card here. We play 2 Draconic Intervention, which is a 4 mana sorcery. And as an additional cost to cast the spell, we have to exile an instant or sorcery card from our graveyard. With Magma Opus, Prismari Command, and some other cards we discard or have in our graveyard. This is definitely something we can do. And Draconic Intervention deals X damage to each non-dragon creature where X is the exiled card's mana value. If a creature dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile it instead, which is really nice. And yeah, in the end we have to exile Draconic Intervention. I love the artwork on this card, super cool, and yeah, this is what it does. We also have more removal, play 4 Bonecrusher Giant. I mean, it's a red deck, you kind of have to play this card. 3 mana for free, 2 mana, deal 2. I don't know what I should say. Just read it if you don't know it yet. It's Eldraine. It's been a while since this card is out. Super powerful. We also play 2 Fire Prophecy, which is a 2 mana instant spell, where Fire Prophecy deals 3 damage to target creature. We may put a card from our hand on the bottom of our library, and if we do, we can draw a card. Just Fire Prophecy overall, a really cool card. If we just don't need, let's say, an Ox or another card in our hand, we can replace it, and yeah, I really like it. So those are the removal spells. We also have Shatterskull Smashing, which is basically a removal spell and a land as well. Just super nice to have it. Yeah, 2 red X, and we can pay. And we can deal damage divided as to 2 targets what X was. If X is 6 or more, we do double that damage. So really cool card. Since we attack with Goldspan Dragon and create that treasure token there, or maybe already have a treasure token, you want to make sure that we have some counter spell of it. So we have Saw It Coming, which is a 3 mana counter target spell. Foretell 2 makes it only cost 2, which is really nice, so we can play it off the treasure. We have Jwari Disruption, which is also a counterspell for 2. Only they have to pay 1 though, but it's also a land, so we definitely want that. We have 1 Negate, counter target non-creature spell. We have 1 Disdainful Stroke, counter target spell of mana value 4 or greater. Yeah, I mean, this is the main deck. Really simple. We also play Crawling Barrens here because Crawling Barrens with Ugin feels really powerful. And once you get to the spot where you just keep attacking with the land and have the Ugin in, it's just really nice. And yeah, Crawling Barrens, we can pay 4 and put 2 counters on Crawling Barrens, which is really cool. Land-wise, we have the temples here, we have the Triomes here, we also play the Vantress. We don't have the Snulls here. I am not a fan of Snulls in this deck. And we play 8 basics, which is not that much, right? I mean, obviously here, but I rather have the temples to make sure we draw the correct cards. And yeah, this is the way I would do it here. Sideboard, we have Roiling Vortex, 2 mana, enchantment, and yeah, it deals 1 damage each turn. For 1 red, we can do stop life gain for that turn. And the most important part is whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast that spell, Roiling Vortex deals 5 damage to that player. So this is good against the Ultimatum or against the Chessgate combo where they try to cheat out spells from the graveyard. For Mystical Dispute, I mean, if we really have to go to the counter war, we are prepared with For Mystical Dispute. 3 mana instant, the spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a blue spell. And yeah, it gets countered if opponent cannot pay 3 mana. You play 4 Phoenixes just to have the extra escape cards, and I like the hastes as well, just to put in some damage. And yeah, Phoenix here, escape 4, really good card. And yeah, 4 Shock Typhoons in case there are some decks where it's just go. We put in the counters, we put in the Shock Typhoons, 6 mana enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX blue shark token with flying where X is that spell's mana value, and we can cycle it for 2+X and create a shark token as well. It's really, really strong, I think, and in a deck like this, I really like it. So this is the deck, it's super simple. Glad to be back on YouTube. I had really crazy days, and I talked about it on Twitter. Something in my family happened, but it's getting better now. So I am back, and yeah, if you like my videos, as usual, feel free to comment, subscribe, leave a like, and yeah, see you next time, guys. Peace out. More noise. Oh wow, I lost a lot of rank. I didn't play for like 3 days due to family reasons. Wow, that's a lot. Let's go. Lurrus. It's not a hand against Lurrus. It's not a good hand against Lurrus either. Rogues are definitely not a match that I'm looking for. I mean, I have an Ox, but I have to bottom the Ox now. Not too happy with this. I mean, at least there's Jwari Disruptions, which can be good, but probably not good enough. Draconic Intervention is definitely a keep here. If I had a way to discard this, I would do it. But yeah, I had to mulligan here, for sure. It's opponent time. Let me go to my... Okay. Let's go. Lurrus and a Sultai land, huh? It's been a while since I see that land in Rogues. I don't really have a better application for this one. Okay. So, I need to find a way to manage to stick something on board, but that's not going to be easy against counters. Probably just going to cycle here. I mean, it's a cool card, but right now it's 2 damage if you want to go through with it. Okay. Not a fan of cycling cards here, but what should I do? Okay, that's not bad either. Okay. And pass. I mean, I have to get rid of this now. Obviously, I'm not happy. Because it's definitely more on the harder side to resolve cards here. Maybe they just mill an Ox or something. That would be sweet. Or like just milling in general makes Draconic Intervention so much better. The Lurrus there is a bit scary, so I need to keep this card until I see Lurrus hit the board. I mean, I'm pretty sure what I have on hand here. Some more mill. That's an Ox. I wish I could have drawn a land here, because then I would have Ugin. Because now I'm in the spot where I have a bit of a hard time. 6 cards, so I'm, yeah, not happy here. But Draconic Intervention can do some work. Okay, so they start milling everything up. This gives me some big Into the Story wipes. Maybe with a backup counter. Well, if the counter, I have to go for it. Yeah, I have to go for it. Could also just go Prismari Command here. Maybe it is actual Prismari Command. Getting that treasure. I mean, I know they will have an Into the Story and I cannot do much about it. So now I need to find a way to board wipe every turn. You're gonna try doing this one here. If they have the counter, it's fine. If not, they play Lurrus into something. But I think it's better to have Ugin up. Okay. So the question is, do they have another counter, right? They cannot play Into the Story now. I still have this up. So they could be scared of a potential dispute. Crap. Okay. So 1 card left in hand. If that card is not a counter, we're in a good position. That's literally it though. Okay, I feel like there's no counter right now. That is the perfect scenario for me. Sure, I mill a lot, but this is the perfect scenario. It cannot be better. Yeah. Sure. Here we go. Obviously they could have an Into the Story in the hand, but having the Ugin on board is still fine. If they tap it out this turn, it costs them 4 mana. 1 of a mind, okay, sure. Now we start playing the game. Dragons! You're gonna attack here. Okay, so you get 2 treasures. Don't think it's worth playing the Ox right now. I will play the Dragon first again. Okay, so top decking situation for opponent here, which is something we look forward to. Keep plussing that Ugin here. Start attacking with the dragons. Okay, now we're gonna play this. It doesn't matter. I mean, some big spells you want to keep, right? Just to make sure that we can use it with another Draconic Intervention, even though we have to discard it and we play only 2, so that should be fine. So Ox coming through here, having double creature and threatening a potential lethal. Crawling Barrens is a good draw. Okay, it looks like they're gonna take 2. It's really hard to get out of the situation. Yeah, got it. I mean, it was not an easy game, but you can definitely find the answers here. So, no Disdainful Stroke. So, we gotta go for removal spell plus escape cards, I guess. I'm not the biggest fan of the Irencrag feat. I mean, Ugin won me the game, but resolving Ugin post-board seems like a not so easy achievement. So, yeah. This is how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna do it. We have 6 escape cards right now. Lots of spot removal. That's the strategy game 2. Usually we want to go for. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I like, as you know, I did a video on Izzet Ramp like way back before we had the treasure and the new Prismari cards. And I did enjoy it a lot. I think it was like a sleepbook kind of deck where people just don't respect it or don't really know how to play around it. And I like it a lot, so I'm glad to test it again and see how it goes. I used to go to my favorite decks, right, a lot. Maybe that's not the best thing to do, but I really enjoy going back to the decks I like to play, and Izzet is definitely, or Prismari is definitely one of my more favorite color combination, like blue and red, this combination of logic. It's basically logic and like emotions is super cool. Huge fan of it. Okay, could be a mill here. Oh wow, no mill. Preparing a counter, I think, is still good. They play the mill. They should have milled here, I think, if I top, right? 2 quite good cards gone. Okay, we don't care about that one. So counter plus shock typhoon up is really nice. I mean, if they play Lurrus, they have to crack the passage as well, and then we can kill the Lurrus with Prismari Command. So I will take a trade here if they have a removal spell. Yep, it's fine for us. 2 mana gone. And then we pass. I mean, at this point, we just have instant speed spells, which is the best case for us here, I think. Okay. If they only attack with the Thief, we take the 1 damage, obviously. I like to be in the position where I have a lot of instant speed. It's an interesting one. I think we play mana efficient. If they counter this, that's fine by me, then they tapped out. Okay, now they tapped out. This is a risky one. A little bit too many tap lands here for my taste. Okay, we're gonna keep this one. So even if they play lures, we have a board wipe, which is really good. And we still have the counter up for potential lures. The 1 damage with this one is fine. All we have to do is make sure they don't play into the story. I wish I had a double counter here. This is totally fine. So this is where our Draconic Intervention will board wipe this. And then we have a dispute up. We also have a lot of we have so many escape cards, but not one in the top 20, which is interesting. So we take Prismari Command there. I mean, that could be a miscast, but who knows, right? Here we go. Solid board wipe. Kind of want to have the sword coming up here if I need to. If they have draw plus counter, that's the worst case scenario, obviously. So playing Ox there would have been a legit play too. Well, seems like they can do what they want to do. Oof. Test of Talents. So we're gonna lose all our disputes, which is 3 in our deck. They tapped out though. I mean, we don't need the lands here, we definitely play the Ox here. Make sure our graveyard is a bit more empty. Refill our hand. Okay. I mean, there would be a case to counter grab crap, I think. We're gonna counter 2. Draw 2. Okay, so they don't have a dispute, which is good information. Resolving Shock Typhoon is really big. Okay, well, they cannot draw. Okay. Yeah, resolving Shock Typhoon is so good in this matchup. It's ridiculous. You know what's funny? We play 4 Phoenixes and we didn't have a single Phoenix in the top 30 cards. 33 cards actually. It's quite funny. Okay. I just wonder where they are. They nowhere. That's And I don't mind losing the land here. Wow, we draw lots of lands here. I mean, now they can block and draw, but Prismari Command is still decent here. It's a removal spell, draw 2, get a 3/3. Resolving a Shock Typhoon is just so powerful. I'm a huge fan of Shock Typhoon in this type of deck, especially post sideboard. Obviously, I mean, Ugin is such a strong card, but you cannot really play it in this matchup. It makes it way harder. Okay, I mean, I am scared of the crap. I am scared. Okay. You can still find a counter here. I just want to make sure that it's not more mill going on. I mean, obviously I draw 2 myself now, but... Okay. 19. I need to find something with 3. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. I need something with 3 damage. I still have Prophecy in. Okay. Start with Phoenix. Play another Phoenix. Do you want to do this though? Let's attack. Okay, gonna make a treasure here. Wow. Okay, I respect that. They need to mill 14 cards in this turn. Okay, there's no passage, so I don't think it's doable right now. Okay, self-destruction is a way to win as well. And this is the first game, we got it. 1 against Rogues, an all-time hated deck. Many love it, many hate it, and let's have another one. Let's go. Insanity. Okay, Insanity. It's been a while since we played against each other, but there was like a time where I literally played every day against Insanity. Okay. Not too happy, but it's okay. Need an untapped land. Okay. Well, if you draw all the Irencrag feed against mono white, this is not where you want to be. This is most likely GG. I have literally nothing. Did they saw the hand? That's the main question here, right? It's not a bad matchup or anything. It's not like a dead matchup, but it's definitely on the harder side, I would say. Especially if they have a curve like this. Dock into Luminarch into Paolo is always really hard to deal with. And yeah. At least Ugin is something. Ugin on curve can do stuff. We can survive with a lot of removal. We are really red-centric. Obviously black is better in this matchup. Because we have more, because they're the exile effects. But yeah, Bonecrusher in a decent target is usually good. It costs them the dog, worst case, so we can take that one. Sanity. Okay, again, awkward. But we have Bonecrusher here, so it has to be a keep. That's a difference, having that card and not... Okay. That's not really cool. Oh, the Magistrate, what a card. And a Spellbinder, okay. I mean, sure. I mean, I have to do something, right? So, here we go. Here we go. Giant Killer, low-key annoying, but I'm not sure if they know what I was playing. I mean, they got the information. I should have cancelled a bit earlier there. Okay. Okay. Probably a Giant Killer, like I expected. This looks like a second Giant Killer right now. Okay. Oh, this is too many lines. Can kill both. Okay, just play Shock Typhoon. Probably have to kill both here. Not too happy, but I was a bit scared of Legion Angel, but if I would have knew that, I would have played Shock Typhoon. Okay. Now I have to deal with all the Legions and Angels there are. Which is not fun. Okay. Faceless Haven is scary. Oof. I mean, they have to discard one of their cards. Apparition, okay. Cannot attack here. Could also go for the Faceless Haven here, to be honest. But then I cannot play it, right? So. Going on 7. Guess a good draw. I mean, you knew I have it. Probably the nice for the land draw there. That was skilled. Okay, so just don't attack. We block the Faceless Haven and then we try to destroy all the creatures with Ugin. We still have a castle here. Glad that was not a giant killer. That's a good draw. Okay, so I think we're in a good position here. But that's both really good. But they can sacrifice the Izzet here. I don't care if they take the dragon here, right? Okay. Well, that was harder. That was it was harder than it should be, I think, but the ancients, they were really scary, and once you have Ugin and you manage to somewhat have a decent life total, then you can do something, right? But it's a cool game. It's a cool game. I enjoyed it. Mono White is tricky. Now they want to play again, which makes this way harder. Way harder. I mean, those Paulos... If I ramp, right? I have big spells. And if my big spells cost suddenly 10 or 12, it's... it's getting to a place where I don't feel too comfortable with, to be honest. So... yeah. Let's hope. Let's hope we have a good removal-centric hand. I kind of miss Frostbites in this deck, like a turn 1 removal spell. Okay. Okay, it's really important that they didn't have a card there. Okay. This is a decent hand. We'll take that one. Yeah, this is not easy right now. Safeless Saver. Not a fan, not a fan. But can I take 5 damage here? I think this has to resolve. Okay, this is more of a problem. Pretty low. If they drop the Safeless Saver, that's okay for me. Sure. I mean, I take more damage. Cannot stop that, but... God, stop those. Stop it. It's a decent blocker. Okay. Should have done it pre-combat, huh? Yeah, I think it's the correct order. I'm going on 3. I'm not cool with that though, but... Legion Angel. So I attack, I play Bonecrusher and pass. For finding an extra land here. Getting a block in here, they have a discard. I need to do it. Okay. Not happy with this. Don't have many outs here. Okay. Okay, I have 2 1/1s. I mean, if I know I would draw a removal spell, I would do this differently, but... Maybe the attack of the dragon was a bit too bad there. I need to find the Ugin though. But that's not even helping right now. It's okay. Can I get out of this? This may be a world. Okay. No, I didn't find it. Good game. Good game. I maybe should have not attacked with the dragon there. I should... I mean, I would have blocked though, so... Good game, man. Good game. Okay, so I played 3 games actually. I will only post 2 because in 1 game I had to mulligan myself down. And I thought like, yeah, well, that's not something I want to showcase on the thing. If you worry about the numbers there. But yeah, we won 1, we lost 1. We won against Rogues. I think we are definitely tagged against Rogues. We lost against Mono White. I maybe made a misplay there. Mono White is still really hard if we don't reach Ugin. But once we ramp into Ugin, it's definitely possible. There's just so many annoying cards, and I have to say Mono White is super strong. But I still think it's a fun deck to play if you want to try something new, right? New cards, new combination. Then definitely go for this one and let me know what you think about the deck. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you too. And yeah, enjoy the video and enjoy the next videos. And yeah, feel free to subscribe, like. Check me out on twitch.tv, DanyTLaw, and yeah, see you there.